Hunter was one of my favorite games of the 1990s. I remember playing it on my Atari ST while listening to Chris Isaak's San Francisco Days on my CD player. It was a type of game I hadn't played many of before, an open-world game, and I loved it. It was released in 1991, but I didn't get the game until 1993. Hunter was developed by Paul Holmes. Martin Walker did the music and sound effects. It was published by Activision in 1991 for the Amiga and Atari. Holmes started developing the game in February 1990 on an Amiga 500. It was supposed to be released 1 year later, in February 1991, but it was delayed until August. At first, the game was going to use the Amiga's Blitter chip, but since it was also going to be released on the Atari ST, Holmes created software that mimicked the Amiga's Blitter chip, so it could also run on the ST. There were also French and German versions of the game, which Holmes said the publisher requested at the very last minute, making it difficult to implement since the text was originally only meant to be in English. In Hunter, you play as a soldier on various islands in a 3D world. The game has 3 modes: Hunter, Missions, and Action. The first is like a campaign mode where you must track down an enemy general by finding clues and talking to different characters around the map. In Missions, you're given a series of short objectives, each one becoming harder than the last. In the final mode, Action, your task is simply to destroy targets. You can use various vehicles in all 3 modes: cars, bicycles, tanks, helicopters, and boats, to name a few. Some missions must be completed before the time runs out. There are also different weapons, equipment like food and money, and characters to interact with. According to Holmes, there was also going to be an airplane in the game. It's still present in the code, but not on the map because the plane moved too fast for the map's size. However, it's possible to transform a helicopter into an airplane with a hack. There's also a secret vehicle and a hidden building on the map, and even a possible robot named Mad Bill, a cameo from an unpublished Commodore 64 game Holmes worked on. Hunter received very positive reviews on both the Amiga and Atari ST, scoring between 85 and 95 points out of 100. Although the frame rate is only about 12 frames per second, I still find Hunter a game that remains very playable to this day. Holmes had some ideas that didn't make it into the final version because of the short deadline, such as a rotating camera, better music, and an improved targeting system. If you remember the title screen shown on the left, then you had a version that was leaked by a magazine, a pre-publication build that had been given to them as a preview. Even though my helicopter skills are as bad as they were back in 1993, Hunter is one of my top 10 games on the Atari.